what's something maybe that's happened this year at United Way, or just you've observed in terms of community development that like you didn't expect? It could be positive or negative.
Yeah. Well, with the positive mindset I just mentioned, I'll say something positive. And then I'll also share something challenging. You know, the fact that we could make changes in our community and progress towards problem solving that would have taken decades if we actually approached it in a traditional way. I mean, our community moved at the speed of light. But that didn't mean unintentionally, but at the speed of light to address needs, because it was a life and death situation. And businesses, you know, if you had told a 10,000 person company that they had to figure out how everyone could work from home in a matter of 48 hours, it would have taken them 10 years to figure that out. Right. But they did it in 2 days. So I think that I've been mostly most surprised by the speed with which we can move. And you know what that tells me, Stephen, is that we can solve these problems. You know, the things that we thought were insurmountable in community, like poverty and education, we can make progress. The issue is, you know, boiling the lake isn't working.
Right.
Sometimes we do have to move faster. And that's been a real pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Or boiling the ocean. I guess that's the analogy, not boiling the lake. I think from a challenge point of view, and this is something that we are just beginning to understand what the impact is going to be, is the impact of toxic stress on our children. United Way had already been deeply involved in this ACEs work, which is about adverse childhood experiences that typically come from abuse, toxic stress, living in poverty, you know, being around an adult substance abuse, those types of things. And what we know is that when kids experience multiple, you know, adverse childhood experiences, it literally makes a difference in their cognitive ability to learn. This is huge, especially the younger they are. And the thing that was keeping me up at night the most through COVID wasn't feeding people, because we were getting that done. It was the fact that child abuse referrals went to zero during the stay-at-home order. You know what that means?
It seems you would think, oh, that's a good thing. It's gone away, right?
Right. Yeah. What we learned, though, is that the first responders, the teachers, you know, the counselors, the coaches, the protectors, no longer had access to kids. And so we have a long road ahead of us to determine how we reimagine and rebuild the future for our children in this season, who may not just be stressed by the financial implications of COVID, or may not just be stressed by, you know, a family's other stressors like substance abuse, or, you know, needing to work 2 and 3 jobs to make ends meet. I learned in a board meeting last week of a board I serve on that they are projecting that kids are 2 years behind in school because of what's happened since March. So we have to live in one foot in the crisis of today, and then also figure out together, all of us, how to fix those issues.